So I wanted to make a video comparing the Hobie Outback and the Old Town PDL a little more. I did another video a few months back that got quite a few views, so there's some interest in this subject. At that time I was very familiar with the Hobie Outback, as that was my first kayak, and then I picked up the Old Town PDL at the time of that video. I hadn't really gone out in the ocean much with it, but I've been fishing on it a lot, and in many ways I actually am finding I prefer it to the Outback. And just wanted to make a quick video about one thing that I really am concerned about when I'm out in the ocean, especially in places that have a lot of weeds and stuff like that. I was out in Tamales Bay, and there's a lot of here's a piece of it, dried eelgrass, and it gets stuck in everything. I have this Texas Power Paddle motor on this one, and I'll explain a little bit about that in a minute. But anyways, this video is about a flaw in the Outback that I think is a critical flaw, and that's this gap right here between the rudder mechanism and the actual hole itself. I've been out in the ocean crab fishing and had a rope basically that I didn't know I'd ran over slide right under here and get stuck, and had a buoy on the end of it, and I was just rolling along as that rope was feeding through until that buoy got stuck. And talk about a panic moment, because there was nothing I could do to clear it. I had to lay on my belly on top of this thing way on the end. It was already into the water. It's scary out in the ocean to be doing that. And when you bring this rudder up, you hope that weeds and things clear, but anyways, that I don't like that the rudder doesn't come out of the water on the Outback. And I've even come in on shore landings where, shallow waves that come in behind you just kind of sweep me sideways. And even though I had this retracted, and this is a replacement, by the way, because I had another one of these aluminum ones, it got caught, dragged, and damn near broke it off, bent it up really bad. Conversely, on the PDL, the rudder comes all the way out. Oh, and also look how much lower in the water it sits, which gives you a lot more rudder command at slower speeds, I feel, than this one does. You got to get going to feel the rudder on the Hobie. And anyone considering the Texas Power Paddle, that's this motor here and this rudder. So the motor was in this rudder on the Outback. Don't. Again, because of this flaw, there's no way you can clear that motor if it gets hung up in stuff. And in the eelgrass, this thing is just crap. And I've got some not nice things to say about the Texas Power Paddle. I don't think it's a great investment. Pretty expensive. You can get thrusters on eBay for a song, and controllers for 12-volt thrusters, and your own battery, and you can build your own thing for a lot cheaper, and they're selling this thing for. I think what's proprietary to them is maybe this bracket, but a little ingenuity and you can figure out a way to attach a thruster to a rudder that doesn't cost you 1,500 bucks. So just want to throw that in there about Texas Power Paddle. But just to shorten the video, yeah, that's what it's about. The rudders. I think the rudder on the Old Town PDL is far superior. And if anything happens with this sucker, I clear it completely. It lies on top. I don't even have to really leave my seat. I can just put my knees on my seat, lean over, clean it, whatever. Of course, if I didn't have that motor, it really wouldn't be any reason to pull the rudder out of the water at all, because it really clears. See what I mean? If it gets hung up on something, it really comes back. Like out of the water, tangles are gone. Where this one, not so much. And even on the original Hobie rudder, it's got this lip, which I think is silly. Like, just, I don't know. Anyways, that's the end of the video.